What's up, y'all? Welcome to episode 3 of the Catching Fire podcast. I'm Cameron,
I'm Travis.
I'm Parker.
and in this episode, we're going to be focusing on the 7 Western Conference teams that didn't make the playoffs. But before we do that, I wanted to talk about 5 free agency moves that happened. The first one being the first one that actually happened, Russ to the Lakers. Anyone want to start?
I think they lose in the first round. I don't care who they face.
Really?
1 seed, 8 seed.
Wow.
Interesting.
I don't know. It's gonna be terrible. I don't know. It's either gonna be a complete shipwreck, or it's gonna go perfect. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's either gonna glue perfectly, or it's just gonna be awful. There's not gonna be an in between. I guarantee you. I'm literally like 50-50 on it's gonna go awful or it's gonna go great.
Russell Westbrook does not have a good track record with superstars.
Yeah.
That's facts. See, but my thing with it is, if LeBron James is your best shooter on your team, before all the other free agency moves like Wayne Ellington, if LeBron is your best three-point shooter on the floor at times, that's a trouble.
Yeah.
That's a rough one.
Do we have the teams up? We need to get the teams up because, like, if you look at the rankings, there's like teams like
that are just better.
Yeah, like
they're
the
just
Denver
built
Nuggets.
better.
Like, it's just.
Like-
But, like, I don't know. I mean, it is Russ and it is LeBron. And AD is going to be healthier, hopefully. You never know.
You would think.
But,
Like,
Russ
the
is
Suns
going back-
roster is built better than the Lakers right now.
Oh, yeah.
The Nuggets is.
the Clippers.
The Clippers, even without Kawhi, is built better than the Lakers. The Warriors are built better than the Lakers, team-wise. You look at what they did in free agency, those guys have never played together.
Oh, yeah.
None of them.
But, like, you have to think they're all close, they're all friends. So, like, chemistry, I think they'll be fine. But on court,
Yeah, but are they going to be way too close to where they're going to say, hey, you're missing shots, stop shooting them?
yeah, and, like, it's so ball dominant, dude. Melo, Russ, LeBron, AD, like, that's unbelievable. Like, you're asked, like,
Because how their rotations are going to work, one of Russ, AD, and LeBron are going to be on the floor at the same time. And at
Yeah.
some point, Melo's going to be on the floor with one of
somebody's
those
shot
stars.
attempts is going to go way
Yep.
down. I think it's going to end up somehow being Anthony Davis. Unless Russ just says, I'll take that role, and he becomes less
Yeah.
selfish.
Yeah.
But Russ is going back to 0. Melo's going back to 7. They might just, like, be a straight unstoppable team. And LeBron's going back to 6. Like, you don't know. I don't know.
About that,
It's just destined, possibly.
they're literally being forced to start Wayne Ellington right now.
Yeah, that I saw.
That's-
Is he the shooting guard?
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah.
he's the shoot. He's the one who got the 3-point
I mean,
record
hold
or
up.
something
Who's our...
a couple of years ago.
Yeah, I guess they do. I mean, I know they have. Who else they got? They got Malik Monk.
Kendrick Nunn.
They could do something.
I just don't like it.
Yeah,
Personally.
I don't think, before you know it, Chris Bosh is going to be coming back.
Exactly. Like, you never know what's going to end up happening.
Hey, LaMarcus Aldridge is trying to make a return. Who knows?
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. The next one, DeMar to the Bulls.
It's
Parker, I want to hear you first.
Yeah, Parker, you go.
I think the Bulls had the best free agency, easily.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's their ceiling, in your opinion? I know we're talking about the West this episode,
Okay,
but
yeah.
we can talk a little bit about the East real quick. What's their ceiling?
I think their ceiling's the finals, even the championship maybe.
finals? This year?
Yeah.
You did okay.
Yeah.
I was
say
gonna
so.
say. I was gonna say.
Well, in the East, here we go. Here we go. In the East,
I got you real quick,
Brook.
just so you can look.
Yeah. In the East, Parker, 76ers. Okay, you never know 76ers. They could beat them. Wrong, it depends.
I think
what Ben
their
Simmons.
ceiling is a 3 seed.
I think that. I mean, you never know.
The
about
Bucks
the
were a 3
conference.
seed this year.
Did we expect the Hawks to make it as far as they did? No. You
No.
know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't know. So Parker's thing might be a bad take right now, but you never know. But like, because things can open up. The Nets can get injured, and then the Bulls can beat the Bucks or can beat the 76ers possibly. You never know.
Yeah.
But to me, I think they're ceiling. I don't know. I think a 4 seed, and I think they lose like semifinals. Like, tell me those players that have great playoff experience besides DeMar DeRozan. Lonzo Ball, what the frick is he going to do? Like, we don't know what he can do in the playoffs. Okay, Zach LaVine, he's good. Terrible
He's never been to a
defense.
play. What?
Never
Was
played.
he on that Timber? No.
You
no,
know,
he
you know,
wasn't.
you know.
I
a
think
crazy
he
stat.
was traded for Jimmy
Y'all
Butler.
know that crazy stat? He has not had a 4-game winning streak
Until the Olympics.
Since
until the
2013.
Olympics since 2013. He's not a winner. And then you got Vucevic. I think
Which that was
he
more
may
the-
have made the 8 seed once or twice.
That stat's more
Like,
of the team
I mean,
he's been
and
on,
then
not
you
his
got-
fault, really.
You got completely different players wise. Like Zoe and Levine, I think they could, they'll merge well. DeMar DeRozan not being a 3-point shooter. I mean, I guess I don't know. I just think it's weird. Vucevic can space the floor some. He's not gonna be able to run like they want to. That's the thing.
Mm-mm.
He won't. Patrick Williams can, but not Vucevic. So I don't know.
Our roster's just weird.
Half court, it's gonna be very weird.
half court's gonna be weird.
Because like you got DeMar
And
DeRozan's not going
transition's
to
gonna
take
look
a three.
nice.
Oh yeah, transition's gonna be clean. You got people like DeMar DeRozan not going to shoot a three, half court.
Literally will
Zach
refuse
LaVine's
to
going to
shoot
chunk
a
up
three.
everything. Lonzo Ball this week he's going to be Steph Curry. This week he's going to be I don't know.
Okay, Mr. Pelicans
Kendrick
fan,
Nunn.
you're just salty.
I'm not salty.
Uh,
I'm salty. I wish we had him on our team, but like I don't think they're going to be.
that's who my next one was. Zoe to the Bulls.
Okay, I think that was a great fit. It was beautiful.
Did you see all the tampering stuff that's going on?
Yeah, I saw
Yeah.
that. I'm not surprised.
I think that so you saw it with Zoe and Kyle Lowry.
Mm-hmm.
I think the NBA's just triggered that the Heat were able to get better and the Bulls were able to get better,
Yeah.
and they're
I don't
like,
know. I feel like the Bulls bring in more money than you expect.
yeah, they
Just
do.
'cause of Jordan.
Just because they're always number one in fan
legacy.
attendance. But like the NBA's just triggered that they were both foregone conclusions that they were
Yeah.
going to the Heat and they were
Yeah.
going to the Bulls and the Heat was
Yeah,
going to the
it
Bulls.
is. I mean, it is crazy how Lonzo is open to a 4-year, $80 million deal with the Bulls before we even have like negotiations. Like
Yeah.
that don't even make sense. Like how does it? Like I like.
See, but
there's-
that's the contract he was looking for from everybody.
that's the thing. Like there's so many ways. Rich Paul can talk to Lonzo. Then can talk to a friend of a GM.
Yeah.
That friend's like, hey, it can just go back and forth. And they're not going to stop it. I mean, like tampering. They look at it and they go right past it. What's the
Yeah.
fine? Possible $10 million. Some owners are going to pay whatever.
Like whatever.
Like
It's-
the Pelicans would never tamper because like our boss is cheap. Our boss is cheap.
yeah.
Like we traded one of our picks. All that money went to Stan Van Gundy. Like that's literally how we happened to deal with that. Yeah, I know. Like it was. I think it was. Who's that pick we got? Was it BJ Boston? Not B. What's his name? What's
Y'all's 17th pick?
No. It was
Our
a
51st
late
pick?
like 43rd or something.
I think it was 51.
51.
We
That
traded
51st
for
pick,
a second round in cash considerations.
cash considerations all went to Stan Van Gundy.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, all to Stan. We have to. We hired him for 4.
It was Brandon Boston.
It was Brandon Boston.
Brandon
he's,
Boston.
He's in LA now.
Yeah,
Yeah, we traded him to the Clippers.
for money.
That's so sad.
Anyways, I think it's going to be great. I think it's going to be fun basketball to watch. That's what it is.
Parker, being a Pelicans fan, how much do you miss him already?
I'm like Troy Dan. I miss him.
Yeah, he misses him.
I liked
Okay.
him.
Okay, he misses him. Okay.
He's good. We taught him how to shoot.
All right, what's next?
Kyle Lowry.
I think that's going to be good. I think they're going to get him on his final years. 2 or 3 more years. He'll be good. Good enough for them. And then after that, it's just going to be...
Yeah. I mean, it's not like Kyle Lowry needs to go out and score 30 points
Oh, yeah.
a
No,
game.
yeah, exactly. Exactly.
But there's literally no scoring on that
oh,
that
yeah.
team.
It's a good thing they brought...
It's literally 17. No one's above 20. It's 17, like 12,
Mm-hmm.
18, 2.4. PJ
Yeah.
Tucker.
Yeah.
And 17 again.
Well, they're gonna definitely... As long as they need Duncan starting for sure.
Yeah.
You look at it, like...
You got Victor Oladipo off the bench.
Oh, they put off the bench is great, but like shooting wise, Kyle Lowry's a good shooter. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but they don't. Besides Duncan, they wouldn't have just one sit there shooter be lethal. Like Jimmy Butler, you don't.
I mean, PJ Tucker's getting paid to sit in the corner right now.
yeah, PJ
Yeah.
is like he might just stay back on defense. He might not go to offense. That'd be fine. That's what I would do.
4 on 5 the whole time.
Yeah.
That's pretty much what he did in the
Right.
finals.
But yeah,
Wow.
I think they're definitely gonna do better than last year. They can be better than a 6 seed.
I would hope so.
I think they'll be a 4 seed. Make it.
I could see them
Pretty
being a
far.
3 seed. I am a firm believer that the Sixers aren't going to get
The
more.
Knicks aren't gonna be a 4 seed. I believe that. Oh,
I don't think the Sixers are going to get more than a 6
I don't know about
seed
the
next
Knicks.
year.
They got a lot of money they spent. A lot of money they spent.
Yeah, but they fixed all their problems.
They
We're
did.
we're not going to get into the East.
Yeah.
But the next one, Dennis Schroeder. That's literally
He
all I
should have
have.
taken that deal.
He fumbled.
That's
Like,
literally
he
all I have.
He
The name
fumbled
Dennis
the bag.
Schroeder sitting right here. He
Right.
fumbled the
He
bag.
fumbled the bag.
I don't know what he was thinking. Like, what else do you want? Was it 4-year, 120 they offered
He
him?
wanted it was a 4-year 84. He wanted
84,
4
guys.
years.
All I know is he needs to fire whatever agent he had.
He
He needs to
really
get
does.
He needs to get Rich Paul or
He's
something.
delusional. I don't know.
That's a rough one.
The Celtics need him. I wouldn't want him if I was the Celtics.
I wouldn't either. But how do you fumble the
Pelicans
bag that bad?
could use him. Yeah, that was terrible.
That is the just.
He picked you blame the agent at the time. I mean, don't get me wrong, you still take that deal, but he's thinking we're gonna make playoffs. I ball out in the playoffs, it'd go great.
And he didn't.
Like who was the one that was it? What Clippers player was balling out during the playoffs?
Reggie Jackson.
Reggie Jackson, and he got him he got him a contract.
2 year 22.
So that's what I'm saying. That's what Schroeder was thinking. That's on him. That man got to the final or got to the playoffs and was just done. He just played trash. He knew the money was on the line. He wasn't there for it.
Yeah. Okay. We can move on to the 7 teams now. So we're gonna go from top to bottom.
Mm-hmm.
So starting with the Warriors because they were the 9 seed going down. With Clay coming back and with just a rested roster and the new rookies, how serious are they as title contenders?
I think they're pretty serious. I think they're a team, if you catch them, if they're hot during the playoffs, they can go as far as they want.
Keep in mind, the Clippers, Kawhi's out the whole year.
Oh, yeah. That's going to suck.
So
I think, we know how the Jazz are. They're going to be great all regular season. Yeah. What are they going to do during the season?
Both these teams aren't getting more than 6 seeds this year, I'm calling it. The Jazz and the Sixers.
No, I think the Sixers will. They'll always be a good regular season team. Until they do something with Ben Simmons, that's it. But I think they'll be pretty good if you catch them on the right time. It depends. Clay's defense, their defense is going to be terrible. Yeah. Especially Clay's going to come back. He's not going to be the same defender. I know he's going to be slow.
They're just going to rely on Draymond to do everything.
Yeah, which is going to suck. But
they could take Jonathan Kuminga under his wing.
Yeah, I don't know what they were doing with that. Like, make up your mind. Did they want to rebuild or I would have traded it. Maybe they tried.
This is all they added in the offseason, everything. Nemanja Bjelica, Jonathan Kuminga, and Moses Moody. Those are the 3 things they added. 3 people that they got. They lost Kent Bazemore, Kelly Oubre, and Eric Paschall. They sold Eric Paschall for a second round.
The Paschall thing, that was kind of, Kelly Oubre, saw that coming. That didn't work out. Kent Bazemore,
if you're the Warriors, you can't give Kelly Oubre that $26 million.
He didn't earn it. But I think Kuminga's gonna be good, and Moody. He just doesn't fit. They just don't fit the timeline. I mean, just as soon as they get.
I would have loved to see them take Corey Kispert from Gonzaga.
Oh yeah,
the shooter.
Well, just as soon as they hit their prime, though, it seems like the Warriors thing's gonna be over, no matter what.
Yeah.
Like Curry's gonna be around. 30 something.
Like 36.
Yeah, 36, 37. He'll still be good because he's a shooter. He'll have a spot. But like
Draymond will be out the door by
then. Their timeline is so weird to me.
They got 2 different ones. Like they got.
Yeah, the way I say it, like maybe, okay, this one's over. Let's start on this. But to me, you're all in or you're all out.
Yeah.
You either trade the picks and try to win a championship, which they could, especially if they gotten a great role player. They definitely could have. But.
So I'm asking you again, Parker. What's their ceiling?
Their ceiling?
You better say the same thing as the Bulls.
Yeah.
I'd say finals. Yeah.
Finals. Okay.
Okay. What's
the seed?
The seed?
What's not their ceiling as a seed, because obviously any team that's competing in the West could get the 1 seed. Realistically, where do they end up in the West?
I'd say a 3 or 2.
3 or 2?
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. That's about where I have them.
What's the worst thing you think could happen to them?
The worst?
What's their floor?
I'd say if Klay Thompson doesn't come back as good as people are thinking, I'd say at worst a 4 or 5.
Really?
I got 6.
At worst, I think a 7. And they could possibly lose a play-in or something, but I think they'll make the playoffs.
Because I say that because I think they'll be better than the Grizzlies and they'll be better than the Blazers. And they'll probably be better than the
the way I see it, the Blazers are about to have problems. I think they're...
I got them at 10.
Off-court issues?
I got them at 10.
Yeah, it's going to go down. Somebody's... Either CJ or Dame's going to be gone.
But we'll talk about... Wait, no, we're not going to be talking about them. They made the playoffs, sadly. So, yeah, Warriors... It's weird.
They knew they were they're championship contenders. They didn't want to... They didn't want to spend too much, do too much.
Yeah, I think if they were going to be all in on a championship, they should have traded Wiggins and those 2 picks
for something. Yeah.
You definitely could have gotten an all-star.
I feel like maybe they did, but like, I mean, it's simple as this. You can say, "Oh yeah, I'm going to trade this," but if nothing opens up, nothing opens up. Like, maybe everybody's fine with who they have. Yeah. But yeah, I think they can win a championship.
I think we can move on. So, again, going in order is the Spurs now. They were the 10 seed. What the heck are they doing right now?
Bro, I don't know. They dropped that Primo pick. Surprised me, dude. He's the youngest player in the draft, and he averaged, 8 points. He was not I don't know where they got that. I mean, I'm not hating on him, but, I don't know.
Again, the things they added, essentially nothing in free agency. Doug McDermott.
He's good. He's a good role player. And I think they overpaid him, too.
They overpaid him.
They overpaid him, man. I can't remember what it was. But
Chandler Hutchinson, Josh Primo, Joe Wieskamp. I actually like him. He's from Iowa. And they lost Rudy Gay and Trey Lyles.
they're like, they're not good.
They're not good.
I mean, they're not a free agency place. Like, a lot of people want to go there to be coached. They brought in LaMarcus Aldridge a few years ago, but like, they're not going to change. They got to rebuild. They're not going to be one of those teams that flips it in a year. It's going to be a while before they're good again. I think they're done. I think it won't be long. Greg will be gone too. He didn't do nothing. He didn't coach well in the playoffs either.
Mm-mm. And not to mention, they lost DeMar and Patty Mills. That's 30 something points off of your point total.
Yeah, I don't know.
And
Who they got that's going to score?
And you only added about 20 with Josh Primo and
Well, who do they have that's going to score?
DeJounte Murray's not a scorer. Derek White's not a scorer.
Yeah. And
Keldon Johnson's not a scorer.
If I'm DeJounte Murray, I'm getting out of there.
Devin Vassell's not a scorer. They're just young, and it's a weird group of young people.
Is. But if they get coached up well by Pop, you never know.
I mean, like, it's a good young core technically.
Yeah.
Technically, it's a good young core, but cohesion-wise, like, DeJounte Murray's a point guard, Derek White's a point guard,
Who was
Josh
available
Primo's a point
when
guard.
they took Primo? What other players were available? Is there a way we can
Corey
find that?
Kispert.
Corey Kispert. NBA teams don't like old players. They don't like 4-year graduates.
Yeah.
Which I think they should, because somebody wasn't
Let's
it Cam
see.
Johnson was a 4-year graduate, was it? And he's doing great for the Suns. He's a great
So who
player.
are we talking about? The Spurs,
the
at
Spurs.
12.
At 12.
So they could have taken Moses Moody, Corey Kispert, Keon Johnson.
Keon Johnson's good. I wanted the Pelicans. I
Josh
was really
Christopher.
shocked we didn't
They
take
could have taken Cameron Thomas over him.
Yeah. I was kind of shocked by that. But maybe they have a plan that nobody else sees.
Could have gotten Sharif Cooper.
I was shocked
If the
Pelicans.
Spurs are
rough,
good at
man.
one thing, it's the draft. The
Yeah,
Spurs
I
are
guess
good
so.
at one thing, it's the
Yeah, I
draft.
guess
You
that's
would
true.
think so. So maybe
But
Josh
they're
Primo's
not,
it.
yeah,
Maybe
that's
Josh
true,
Primo's
that's
it.
The Spurs
He's
probably
very
see
young.
something
He
in him
definitely has
that
potential
nobody
to
else
be
does.
The problem with their draft, though, is they didn't draft any foreign players, and that's what they're known for. So
Yeah.
that's what I got.
Ceiling, 12 seed.
For real, ceiling. Yeah, 10 seed.
Four.
Ceiling 10 seed.
They're gonna get the first pick next year, possibly.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, floor, first pick, which
Yeah.
isn't a floor because like you got Chet, but
Yeah. I don't like Chet.
you know, like he's gonna be the first pick.
Maybe we'll see. I think he will.
Let's see
I
how
don't
that-
think he'll be that great.
Do you know that? Sorry,
Victor.
this is off target. Do you know that Baylor is in Amani's top 5?
Really?
I didn't know that.
Wait, what about the dude from France? Can he enter the draft next year?
I think so.
He's
much
a year
better than Chet.
after.
Oh, he's so much better than Chet.
Victor
He
Wembanyama.
gave Chet buckets. Chet got 10 points on that man and still got MVP. That was bullcrap.
Yeah, that was.
That dude from
He
France
had like
Hey,
8
man.
blocks.
Who got the gold? Who got to
Yeah.
fight the gold?
If that France guy would have been on Team USA, it wouldn't have been close.
Yeah, if the hold on, wait a
would've
minute.
been a
If the
wrecking.
France guy was on Team USA,
Well, you know what I'm saying. Like, you swap roles, Chet Holmgren he's taking the L way worse than that France guy.
Yeah.
And
I
the France
get you.
guy's giving buckets.
There's not much to say about the Spurs. I didn't even want to talk about them. They're that
Yeah.
irrelevant. So, hold up.
Their years are gone.
I didn't actually have a question written down because y'all are the Pelicans fans. So,
Okay.
what question do y'all want to ask me objectively
I
about
got
the
it.
Pelicans?
What are we doing? Like, we want to keep Zion, but we're not doing the right things. Like, what do we have to do to keep Zion? Because at this point, Zion made one thing clear, and that was keep Lonzo.
Zo.
And David Griffin almost immediately said, "We don't have
No.
any plans with Lonzo." You're an idiot. Why? First of all, why? Like, I love this Devontae Graham pickup. I think it's great. It's definitely a downgrade, though.
It is.
Yeah.
It is such a downgrade. The main
in the sense of playmaking and being a leader and
Oh,
being
yeah.
a good teammate, it's a downgrade.
And defense.
And defense, but in the terms of shooting, it's an upgrade.
he shot 38%.
But how much of an upgrade?
And it's not
shot-
much of an upgrade.
he
It is
shot-
it's like a 2%
Is the upgrade worth
No.
the
Percentage-wise-
loss of defensive
no.
playmaking?
Percentage-wise, no. He shoots worse than he only
I-
shoots 38%.
Just personally, I would still rather a game-winning shot
Yeah. Don't
be
get me wrong.
taken by
The reason-
Devontae Graham.
The reason he has
Now let me
lower
preface
percentage
that:
is
wide open
yeah.
corner shot.
Yeah.
Well, the reason is because he takes so many threes. That's a great thing for us. Don't matter if they go in or not. I mean, we
Yeah.
want them to go in, but the spacing and
Now,
he's
Steven
not gonna
Adams
make the balls
for
much.
Jonas Valanciunas
I think Jonas
was the
Valanciunas-
best trade of the summer.
That was
That's the
because
best. Yeah.
because it's literally you got a better player a year younger and he can
Mhm.
shoot better.
It
It was literally just a.
Even
And
if
we
it's
got-
just
we got
15
rid
foot
of
mid
Eric
range.
Bledsoe and Steven Adams.
It would have been great to keep.
Hey, but
Miles
here's the
pick,
thing.
though.
This is why David Griffin's looking so bad is because he's having to go fix his past mistakes.
Y'all could have taken James Bouknight if y'all had kept y'all's pick.
Yeah.
That's disappointing.
I mean, I don't know.
I don't like Trey Murphy, by the way, as a prospect. The dude y'all drafted.
I don't think. So. I think he'd be a good role player.
I don't like him at all.
He's not being an all-star. He'll at best.
My problem with it is y'all drafted two of the exact same players. So.
Oh, I know. I didn't like that.
Trey Murphy, and then where was the other guy?
He was in the 30s, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Herbert Jones. They're literally both 6'7", 6'9". Not that much of a difference in the NBA. 206. Like they're the exact same player.
Yeah, I wanted to take.
That makes no sense.
What was that dude? What's the dude from Tennessee? Deion Thomas. What is it?
Y'all couldn't have gotten him at that pick, but I mean.
Yes, we would. Look where he went.
Oh, I mean, I thought you were talking about your second round pick.
No. I'm talking about the first.
Keon Johnson.
Keon,
yeah.
Keon.
That would have been a little
Johnson.
bit of a stretch, but.
I wanted him, but I mean, Trey Murphy's good.
At 35, y'all could have
great.
taken Ayo Dosunmu, Jared Butler, Joe Wieskamp, Greg Brown, not to mention Sharif Cooper, Brandon Boston.
Which we ended up taking Jared Butler anyways, didn't we?
And then traded him.
I mean, we still took him.
I don't know. The way I see it, we're not.
We still took him.
I give it 3 years and Zion's gone. We're not making the right moves. I got mad about it because he's only played one full season with us, but it's so bad. Like we look so
If it makes you feel better, I say y'all make the playoffs this year.
I say we do.
Play in.
I say we make the playoffs also, but
it's better than it's been.
It's better than it's
been.
But
I miss 2018.
And that's the thing. That's how it's just what the league's gonna be nowadays. If you're not good within 3 years, Devin Booker was borderline leaving, and look, he got it just happened out of nowhere. But it won't be long. He'll be gone. His family's pushing him out. That's what hurt.
He'll be willing to go to New York, which is the problem.
Yeah, that's a terrible problem. And then here's the thing: the media's going to push it, make him want to do it more. Tampering's going to get. That's how tampering gets involved. Then you're screwed.
There's nowhere else.
It's going to end up being like the Lakers situation where you're kind of forced to do it. You don't really want to. The AD situation. That's the only best thing we can do.
Yeah.
Like he literally said,
I've never understood in that situation. I feel like the team should have all the power. Like if there's a package of like the Lakers package that was there, which was good.
It was the best package.
It was the best package, but I'm saying if there was another package where it was like they offered you like Devin Booker and like that young core before was good, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton, and stuff like that.
They still would have taken the Lakers.
They still would have taken the Lakers, but I feel like the team should be able to choose, not because Anthony Davis is a crybaby and wants to go play with LeBron.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, look, you signed it legal. That's legal stuff. You signed the contract to play basically to play here. So like that's your thing.
Like the James Harden thing, he had just re-signed.
Yeah, I cannot stand players re-signing to get their money and then immediately leaving. It is. They say they love the city and they love the team still. That's bullcrap. They robbed them, is what they do.
Yeah.
But I think we can be a 6 seed. And make past first round possibly.
And the thing about it is,
depending
on how the playoffs stack up, if the Jazz keep that 1 seed and y'all sneak into an 8 seed,
we outplay the Jazz every year.
I like that.
We own the
now
Trailblazers.
Anyone else y'all are losing.
No, we own the Trailblazers.
Yeah. Anyone else y'all are losing.
We own the Trailblazers.
The 1 seed. The
Trailblazers have always gotten owned by us.
Yeah.
Something about us. But that was when we had Drew Holiday.
How do y'all do head to head against the Grizzlies? I feel like
we own them too. We lost them
out every single time.
Once or twice in like the past 2 years. We killed them.
Yeah, didn't y'all play them in the bubble last year?
We lose the big games. We lose the big games against them. That's what.
That's what it is.
But when it comes down to like a bunch of games, like if it was a series, I think we'd beat them for sure. They have nothing to stop Zion. Now, well, I guess Steven Adams now. He could try.
I guess.
It's like you want to make the playoffs, but you also want to get a good draft pick. But do y'all have y'all's draft pick?
I think if it's in the lottery, we have it. That was the Devontae thing. If we suck, we get it.
So basically y'all want to make the playoffs.
Yeah.
Y'all have to make the playoffs.
We basically gave up the pick. No, if we suck, then we get the pick. If it's in the lottery, we get it.
My bad.
So basically, we gave up the 18th pick for 4 years of Devontae Graham. So I was fine with it. Because if it goes south and we suck, we still get the pick.
Yeah. I got you.
They're trading Devontae Graham for 17th.
This is y'all's time. Anything Pelicans y'all want to talk. This is y'all's segment.
Within the next 5 years, we will. If Zion stays, we will be.
Within the next 5 years, I see y'all relocating. Realistically,
we will be a top 3 seed.
I've been missing 2018 lately. I'm not gonna lie.
Huh?
Yeah.
I've been missing 2018.
Was that the Drew Holiday? Was that when y'all played the Warriors in the first round?
That was when we played. and in the second round.
In the second
Trailblazers,
round.
and we swept the Trailblazers.
That's when we had AD, Boogie,
and
Drew, Nikola Mirotic,
no, Boogie was
Julius
hurt.
Randle.
Isn't that the one y'all almost won game 1, but then Steph Curry hit that corner 3?
Mm-hmm.
I think we did win a game at least.
We lost 4-1.
We did more than the Cavaliers that
we
year.
were about to make it 3-2, and then we were up 20 in the fourth and lost.
We won more games than
Was
LeBron
that
did.
same year the Warriors went 4-2 with the Clippers?
I can't even remember. All I know is we swept the
did
Trailblazers. And
That
Drew
was
Holiday locked in.
I think they went 4-2 with the Clippers the year
It was
after
like,
that.
It was like the
That was the year
Lou
they-
Williams, Danilo Gallinari,
Y'all know who's gonna be a free agent soon.
Tobias. No, he wasn't there still.
Y'all know who's gonna be a free agent soon.
Zion.
Nikola Mirotic, the man that was a bucket at the Pelicans, and then he
The
signed.
dude
a
that
random,
got punched in the face by Bobby Portis.
The man threw a random 2-year something $1 million deal in European when he was about to get he was gonna get $15 million a year.
Yeah.
He was a bucket for the Pelicans, and he randomly left. I love that dude. That was why we beat the Blazers. His scoring was unbelievable. Anyways, continue.
Anything else about the Pelicans? Again, this is y'all's segment. This is basically
No,
y'all's
that's it.
episode.
We're gonna no.
Yeah,
We'll be
okay.
a 3 seed one day. One day we're gonna
One
win
day?
that shit. Whether we're in New
In the
Orleans,
next 50 years.
whether we're in New Orleans,
Eventually.
Seattle, somewhere,
Las Vegas.
somewhere. We'll do it.
Mexico
I'm
City.
gonna be there for it. I'm gonna be there. I guarantee you.
Okay, we can move on now to an even more relevant team. Let's see, where is it? Oh, the Kings. So basically, they drafted Davion Mitchell, right?
Yeah.
And they're, in my opinion, trying to do what the Thunder did with that 3-guard set.
Mm-hmm.
What's the end game with that?
I like it. Davion Mitchell, he's a bucket. He's killing. I mean,
He was
then
the one.
you have that 3, and then you have Buddy Hield, who you need to trade.
they're gonna trade.
You need to trade him, but what's his value?
Pelicans are looking at him. A sign and trade.
That didn't work
Josh
the
Hart.
first time, dog.
We only
I
had him
know.
for like.
But it would work.
Y'all had him
30
for like
games.
32 games,
Yeah,
and
he
then y'all
sucked.
gave up on him.
But it was for if Boogie wouldn't have got hurt, it would have looked better for sure. We would have made it farther as a team. But
We're off the Pelicans,
yeah.
Travis.
I would love to do a sign and trade something with Josh Hart, and somehow I'd love Buddy Hield shooting. What would our lineup be? I want to start to kill it. I mean, if you have to put him at the 1 to kill, he's a solid 2 though. Hield, Ingram, Zion, Jonas. That's a
Sounds like a good lineup.
Devontae Graham. Yeah, have him come off the
yeah.
bench.
Come in. I think they plan on having him off the bench. I know our
He was good off the bench, wasn't
yeah. What's his face? David Griffin said he plans on having a backcourt of Kerry Lewis Jr. and
Nikhil?
Nikhil the whole time. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know what we're gonna do. I forgot what other team we were talking about. Oh yeah,
The Kings?
The Kings.
Again, they're irrelevant. Like,
Yeah. I guess they're making the right move.
what they added in free agency, nothing.
Yeah.
What they got through a trade, Tristan Thompson.
No.
he? So nothing.
So nothing. In the draft, they got Davion Mitchell
Great.
and Nehemias Querta, who I'm pretty sure, I don't want to be like that, but I think he came from overseas. He might not have. Let me check. I say pick 39. But I watched some of his highlights, and I forget what position he plays.
I think they're gonna be good though. I don't know.
So he's
Ooh,
foreign, but he played at Utah State. He's a 7-foot center.
That ain't gonna be nothing.
He ain't gonna be nothing, but
What pick was he?
39.
They still got Bagley. What do you think they do with Bagley? He's gonna be gone.
They're trading him.
Try so hard to trade him for Ben Simmons.
Yeah.
Try so.
Yeah.
I saw one dude say just trade him to the Pistons.
Then you got. I mean, I guess you put Ben Simmons as a power forward. That is a 4-point guard lineup. That's the funniest thing I've ever heard. You could do it. That's the thing.
You
It makes
could.
sense with that team.
Yeah.
Halliburton can play the 3.
I feel bad for De'Aaron Fox though. He's so good.
He might leave.
Right. Just send
That would
him.
be a team
Send
win.
him to New Orleans.
Yeah, I was just about to say. Imagine
Send,
him going to the
somehow
Pelicans.
get him to New Orleans.
Oh my goodness.
To make Zion happy.
That'd be great. That'd be great, dude. Oh my gosh. But yeah, they're not gonna be any good anytime soon, unless they're one of those shock teams out of nowhere.
Ceiling. Parker.
8 seed.
Ceiling, I'd say 9.
9. Okay.
You never know. Play in. Yeah.
Play-in.
Play in tournament. Yeah.
With the play-in, I don't think anyone. Okay, let me look at these conferences. And I don't think anyone in the West is outside of the reach of a play-in tournament, besides maybe the
What
Rockets.
about the Timberwolves?
The thing about that
and
is
the Thunder aren't gonna do anything. Thunder's shot.
And the Spurs.
Josh Giddey's a dog, man.
Nah. Did you see that thing about his weaknesses? It was like every
Is
single
basketball?
Yeah.
What
You
is
know
he
he's a
good at?
TikToker?
Really, I'm not surprised. Did y'all see that interview? What he was doing?
What?
He has a child, and in the interview,
Like his own child?
no, it might not have been him. No,
He just
the
had a
other guy was
random
interviewing
child?
Him. The reporter was interviewing him, and he thought he was on mute. And the reporter goes, "Did you poop?" And he was asking his child, and Josh Giddey just panics, bro. Josh Giddey goes, "What?" And it's the funniest thing ever, dude. It's hilarious. I don't know. They're gonna
But there's like, okay, let me rephrase that. The Thunder and the Rockets are out of reach of the
and the
play-in.
Timberwolves.
Zero faith. You have
I
zero
don't know.
faith.
I guess Anthony Edwards is gonna be better.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
And
Cat,
then you look
Cat
at-
needs to get out of there.
And in terms of the East, the Magic are out of reach. That's about it.
Yeah. What are the Cavaliers got? Cavs up.
Evan Mobley.
Yeah, if you think he can lead you to the playoffs.
He's Jesus apparently in
Yeah.
Cleveland.
Yeah. What about the Raptors?
That was a stupid pick.
Well,
I don't want to get
yeah.
too into that, but
Yeah, let's not get into the East, but I know.
I'm gonna drop a little.
And the
hot take real
Magic.
quick. The Pistons are gonna make a play in. Just throwing that out there.
You think so?
Yes.
I don't know.
Whole.
Who do they get other than Cade?
Nobody. They're not going to make the play-in.
Is Cade that
They will make the
good?
play in.
You think Cade's that guy?
Is
I think
Cade
Cade's
that
great.
guy?
He's great.
Killian Hayes, Cade Cunningham, Sadiq Bey, Jeremy Grant, and Isaiah Stewart.
Sounds like a team that'll make it in 3 years, not this year. Sounds like a
Going
team-
from the 15 to the play-in,
It's pretty, yeah.
that sounds kind of hard when you add one player.
Yeah.
Okay, again, don't
Good
want to
player.
And the
get
players
don't want to get
are
too
good.
much into it, but basically what I'm saying is the Wizards and the Pacers drop, and the Bulls and the Pistons rise.
Pacers will drop. Wizards will drop. Oh, Celtics might drop.
They might drop, but I'm saying the Bulls are obviously going to rise, and
Yeah.
the only other team down here that really makes sense to me is the Pistons.
Yeah.
They have a future. They don't. They have
I don't
14.
know.
They have 14 point guards on their roster. The Magic do.
The Cavs, they might beat y'all for it.
Y'all.
Y'all, I don't know.
I'm claiming the Pistons. I'm
Yeah.
claiming the Pistons
Alright.
for the East this year,
Alright,
dog.
let's go.
We got way off topic, but I'm tired of talking about the Kings.
Yeah.
Now on to the Timberwolves. You're a no-shot play-in team. They made 0 off-season moves.
Yeah, I know.
0.
What
Not
did
a
they-
single one.
What did they? I guess they're just going by age. Hey, our young players are going to
This is okay. These are their specific off-season moves. Free agency. Nathan Knight. You know who that is?
Absolutely.
Y'all know
not.
who that is? Exactly. McKinley Wright the fourth.
No.
That
The
sounds
other
like
three
he
weren't
was.
good enough. So I mean,
That sounds like he was born 80 years ago.
Yeah,
Torian
it is.
Prince.
He's whatever.
Exactly. He's whatever.
Yeah.
Like
But then they lost.
they traded away Ricky Rubio while he was balling out for
Oh, bro.
Spain.
How do you?
How do
Ricky
you do
Rubio
that?
Is a winner. Maybe not a winner, but he is a leader.
For real.
Ricky Rubio is great. So what's their lineup? D'Lo.
They were saying D'Lo's coming off the bench.
That's crazy. I mean, don't get me wrong. His team.
That probably would have been if they kept Ricky Rubio.
Mm-hmm.
Because that lineup, I would have liked that. Because it would have been Ricky Rubio, Anthony Edwards, Malik Beasley, Torian Prince, maybe
Yeah.
now, and then Cap.
I don't know. I don't think they're gonna be any good. I think Anthony Edwards. I think they're gonna build their team.
They
around
should have
Anthony
never gotten
Edwards.
rid of Jimmy.
Jimmy, I know. Dude. No, they had no choice. Jimmy was on.
Jimmy did not want to be there.
Yeah, Jimmy hated it there. The 76ers should have never got rid of Jimmy. They would be
That's
having
honestly the one I was thinking of. I'm
zero
not gonna lie.
problem.
That's the one I was thinking
Yeah.
of.
They would
I'm
have
sure they
zero
wanted to
problem.
keep Jimmy.
No.
I'm talking about. I'm
Ben
talking about
Simmons-
the.
No, 76ers,
I'm talking about
Oh,
the
the Timberwolves
Timberwolves.
did want to keep him.
I'm sure they
shit,
want-
They offered him.
The 76. No, Ben Simmons didn't want. They
Yeah.
they chose Ben Simmons over Jimmy Butler. They
Mhm.
chose someone who doesn't shoot very well.
It's just he looks so good though.
They chose someone who doesn't shoot
like,
at
he
all.
looks like such a good player. Like he could be so good.
Who, Ben Simmons? Or
Yeah, he could be great. I mean, he's like one of the best
For
defensive.
I think he's a better
for his
power
sake-
forward than point guard.
Again, off topic, but for his sake, I hope he gets traded to the Warriors.
I think he's a better
Lock
power
him-
forward than point guard.
Lock him in a gym with Steph Curry and Clay, and tell
Facts.
me he doesn't come out a good shooter.
Facts. He
At
might.
least an okay shooter.
At least above 4%.
At least you have to close
Hey,
out
the
on a
Timberwolves,
shooter.
yeah.
we're talking about
Timberwolves.
Timberwolves. I think Cat needs to get out of there. He needs to get out of there and pull a Kevin Garnett and go to the Celtics, bro. The big three's there.
What's his
There's the
value?
shooting guard.
What's his value? Like, when you look at the centers in the league, he's the third most talented.
I'm the Celtics. I'm trading everything, every pick, and I'm trading Robert Williams, and I'm trading
I got
Eric
a question.
Nesmith and Romeo Langford And then all of a sudden you have, I guess you could go Kendrick Nunn, Peyton Pritchard, little defensive,
Yeah.
point guard.
I got a question, and I could probably look this up real quick. At what point can you trade your first round picks? Like, what is stopping teams from trading their 2079?
Yeah, I don't know.
First
I
round
feel like
pick.
it's within that. I don't know. If I'm the Celtics, I'm
Y'all
trading.
keep talking while I look this up.
I'm trading every pick I can. Like, I'm talking. The Celtics would be Kendrick Nunn, Brown.
Kendrick Nunn.
What did I say? Kendrick Nunn.
You said Kendrick.
Chris Dunn.
You said Kendrick Nunn this
I
whole
know
time.
I did. My bad. I meant Chris Dunn. My bad. Chris Dunn. Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, and Cat. And then who's their power forward? My mind's going blank.
Torian Prince now.
No, I'm talking about the Celtics.
The Celtics.
It's Robert Williams.
No, it's
They'd
Jason
have to-
Tatum.
They
Jason
have to
Tatum
trade.
plays
I
power
wanted him at the 3, but I don't know. But I'm saying after that trade, if you trade Cat,
If you trade Robert Williams, then it's not Enes Kanter. I know that.
no, they just signed Enes Kanter back.
I know it's not going to be Enes Kanter.
Yeah, you can go him and Cat. Cat played 4. You could do that. That's a deadly.
Hold on.
That would be
There's a
the worst
7
defensive big
I
man
don't
duo
mean to interrupt
ever.
y'all.
That would be.
There's
Ever.
a 7-year limit.
Okay.
So basically,
When you
2020,
trade-
2027.
I would trade 7 years into a Cat. I promise you.
I don't think y'all have 7 years. Y'all probably have.
They have good picks. Celtics have enough picks, I think. But like, would you not make that trade for the Celtics?
The
Robert-
Cat trade?
Yeah, I would. Then you got a big 3 of Brown, Tatum, and
That's so much money. Though.
Cat.
That's so much money.
I mean, you have to do what you have to do. What they're doing now is not getting a championship. I don't think they're getting one anytime soon this way. They've only
See,
gotten
but the
worse
thing
in the
is-
past 2 years.
They've
They've only gotten worse.
however they can do this, they need to work to get draft picks. How did they get good? They drafted Jaylen Brown,
Mm-hmm.
and they drafted Jason Tatum, and they drafted Robert Williams, and they
What?
drafted.
But that was in a time.
There's not a 4th player.
But now they don't have time to draft. I mean, you don't.
What's
have
it?
time to
Jason
draft.
Tatum's 24, 3,
Something like that. Yeah, he's young.
2.
He's young.
19. I don't know.
Yeah, he's young.
But Jaylen Brown, I want to say, is a year older.
I think so.
He was drafted a year before, I think.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you have time. Now, because I see Jason Tatum as a Celtics lifer.
Yeah, but
I don't see Jaylen Brown as a Celtics lifer.
those picks were like a 3rd and a 1st. Like, what are these 17th and not good picks going to do? You could
Robert
trade
Williams.
those.
Go,
Yeah, I guess
go,
that's true. I guess
go
that's true.
get a good power forward.
Cat can play them.
Y'all have Al Horford, by the way.
Oh yeah, that's
Throwing-
it.
Throwing that one out there.
Yeah, that's it. That would be a great team. Maybe you'd have to put him.
How old is Al Horford? He's like
He's
97.
old.
37,
He's
isn't he?
old. But
He's yeah.
you guys, we were talking about the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
You know, we're talking about the Cat trade.
Yeah, Cat's gonna get traded to the Celtics. It must happen. It has to happen. That or Jared Allen's not
He's
gonna play
35.
up. Jared Allen's not gonna play up to his contract one day, and then the Celtics are gonna pull that trigger and get him. They need like
I thought
a big
that.
man.
What was it? A 4-year or 5-year 100?
It was a
Because
4
that
year, I
changes a
think.
lot.
I think it was a 4 year.
I want to say it was a 5.
No, I think it might have been a 5. But could he register for the Max?
He didn't get any All NBA honors. 5-year 100.
Yeah. Okay, that's.
It's
yeah,
not a
that's
max. I
20
don't
million.
think.
Yeah, $20 million. I'll do it. I mean, I think
Y'all
Jared
finally have a
Allen-
good center for the first time since.
Yes, dude.
Y'all have never had a good
But,
center, so.
Hold on, I put it this way. I think
Russell?
Robert Williams.
It's
I
Bill
think
Russell.
Robert Williams is about to take another major step, and he's going to be one of the
I
best
like him a
defensive
lot. I was
centers.
very upset that y'all traded away Moses Brown.
Me too. I was upset.
Very
We don't
upset
need him.
about that.
I
But
guess
I
we didn't
mean-
need to, and we brought back Enes Kanter. If they start Enes over Robert Williams,
You know, I'm going to die if he ends up on the Blazers at the end of this season. I'm going to absolutely die.
That'd be funny.
It needs to happen. Like,
Yeah.
just for however long.
I-
Timberwolves.
They're gonna suck. They always suck.
They're gonna suck.
But Anthony Edwards is gonna be a goat, and they're gonna trade. Okay, simple as that.
Bars.
All right. Anyways,
Uh,
the Thunder.
the Thunder. So basically, have y'all paid attention to Sam Presti the last couple of years at all?
I think he likes first round picks.
Really? Okay, so he likes first round picks, and he likes. How do I say this? So a lot of un-Sam Presti like things have been happening lately,
Like trading players for no picks?
like releasing Kemba Walker for nothing.
Yeah, that was
Like
crazy.
if you can if the Celtics can trade Evan Fournier for 2 second-round picks, you can definitely trade Kemba for at least 1. You just let him go for nothing. Like,
yeah, that was shocking. But
and then you sign Derek Favors, who is the opposite of filling their timeline.
I saw that
makes no sense.
What is Derek Favors going to do for that team? Like, I don't know.
I'm very high on Josh Giddey, by the way. I'm very high on him. But I think that 6th pick was such a reach when you had...
You could have traded back, got another first-round pick.
Yes, when you probably could have traded with the Warriors.
Oh, yeah. Well, I think, hear me out, in 2035, the Thunder are going to be insane, bro. In 2035, when all of their picks from 2026...
When their third graders
be like
are finally in the league now.
Yeah, they're going to be goats, dude.
See, again, un-Sam Presti-like things. They say they're going to trade Shea and the 6th pick for Cade Cunningham. They're saying Cade Cunningham is already better than Shea.
Hey, I mean, I think Cade's going to be really good.
He could be. He's going to be better than Shea.
He's going to be better than Shea.
But that's like...
But then they go and give him the max.
Give him the max. That's what I'm saying. Like,
I don't know. I mean, I guess you had to give him the max. You have no choice. What are you going to do? Let him leave?
I mean,
If you let him leave, that's like another 5 years down the drain.
Yeah. But, like... First of all, Shea in the 6th pick is way too much for the first.
Yeah.
The Pistons should have taken
They could have flipped their whole rebuild with
the Pistons should have taken that.
Yeah.
But
I don't know, it's a dangerous thing to do. I mean, look at like the Hornets, like things like that. You're so scared to trade your first pick or something because what's it going to end up being? You know what
what if Cade Cunningham turns?
You're the Thunder. You know what you're trading away, but you're the Pistons. You don't know what you're trading away. Yeah. They could be trading away a bunch.
Like imagine if the Cavs traded away the LeBron pick.
Exactly.
Just imagine, and they traded it for like the 2nd pick and Darko Milicic.
Yeah. So,
which LeBron. Another tangent. LeBron would have won a championship that year.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Absolutely.
So,
that team would have been.
They won a championship with Darko. They could,
they
could probably win one with LeBron.
Darko.
They would have won.
They should have taken.
They would have won it multiple times.
They should have taken Melo, bro. That would have saved his career. Again, off track.
They
but the third graders are going to save the.
Yeah, it's good. They're going to suck forever.
The Thunder.
They're going to suck.
I think they're scouting out Bryce James right now.
I think maybe they're being bad on purpose so their price can go down so they can move back to Seattle. So boom, big time.
Yeah, but the thing about that
is
one of the two. If they're again another tangent, but if they're gonna try to make up for the revenue that they lost because of COVID, they need to add teams, not relocate teams. They need to add 2 teams, and it's gonna be Vegas and Seattle, and then finally move the Pelicans and the Grizzlies into the East.
No, I don't want to move.
I think Mexico City has a pretty decent chance.
Yeah.
I think Mexico City has a decent chance.
They do, but
especially because the
NBA
doesn't like Vegas.
What would you rather see, Mexico City or Vegas?
Vegas.
There's already a WNBA.
I'd rather see Vegas,
but
but the NBA doesn't like Vegas.
Yeah.
After 2007 All-Star game, no.
What happened then?
380 people got arrested.
Oh, that's absolutely wonderful. I thought you were about to say shot. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I think a few people did get shot.
Hear me out though. That's the kind of fans that like make the NBA fun. It'd be some like crazy.
That's not good.
Have you seen all at the very end of the season? Did you see all the things that fans were doing, running on the court, throwing stuff at players?
I didn't think we were gonna have I thought they were gonna.
I thought they were gonna cancel fans.
Yeah, it was crazy.
It was literally every single game there was one player or one person. They were running the court. They were throwing stuff.
They just gotta get. I don't know. You know what the Pelicans do for water bottles and stuff?
What?
They keep. I don't know if all teams do this. They keep the cap off so you can't throw the cap on the floor. That is to prevent.
They did do that when we were there, didn't they?
Yeah, they never had the cap on the water bottles. All I know is just to keep them from throwing or from choking and getting sued. But
do they only sell things with water bottles or with bottle caps, or do they sell cups?
They sell
like
cups.
The souvenir cups.
I don't know. I just know with their water bottles, they don't put caps on to prevent some kind of something.
Some kind of something.
I've seen their security at the Pelicans, and they are like 80 years old, and I could outrun every single one of them. So I mean, you've seen it. A little kid ran on the court. One dude pretended to be a player, and he did it for 5 minutes. That man could have suited up and gone to the to the center logo and started.
That is the funniest.
They kept passing him the ball too. He kept shooting.
If they wouldn't have made so much attention from the laughing and stuff, and he wouldn't have been acting stupid,
he could have started.
He could have gone to the locker room, got on some shoes, and then he could have started. I promise you, it was unbelievable. And then that kid ran on the court to hug Melo at the Pelicans. Like, the security's terrible. NBA needs to do something about that.
Yeah.
I mean,
off the Thunder again. There's not a lot to talk about, but the Rockets, who in my opinion, again, let me refer back to these standings. In my opinion, out of the last 4 teams, maybe include the Pelicans, 5 that we've talked about, have the better young core.
Mm-hmm.
Again, minus Zion because that's unfair.
Yeah, we have the best young core just because of 27 points per game by Zion.
Yeah, but they won the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they walked away with Jalen Green, who was the obvious pick at 2. Thank God they didn't take Evan Mobley.
I don't know that. I feel like the Warriors might have a case for. I think the Warriors had the better draft, but I think for their position,
they got Josh Christopher. Where's the other dude? I do not know how to pronounce his name. I'm gonna try real quick. No, I'm not.
What is it?
The dude from Turkey, the center from Turkey, who's really good.
Oh yeah,
Alperen Sengun.
We'll say that.
Is that how you say it?
Good try, man.
They did great too,
but and then you go to their second round. Didn't they have a few second round picks? Or am I tripping?
I don't know. I think the Warriors
I was definitely tripping.
I think they had one, didn't they? Did they trade for it?
I'm trying to look where it says to Houston or not. To Houston, no. No, it didn't have a second round pick.
Yeah, I don't know that. Yeah, they're gonna be good in 3 to 4 years again. There's these teams you just can't talk about them. We know they suck. They're gonna suck, but they have Christian Wood.
KPJ.
Yeah, Kevin Porter Jr. is a bucket, dude. I love that guy.
I always get him and MPJ mixed up.
It's crazy how he went from to the G League.
That was only because he's not a good person.
Yeah.
That's the only reason he was there.
USC boys, him and DeMar, gang.
And Vucevic. Vucevic and DeMar played together, bro.
They roomed together.
Yeah, they're back. That's weird. That's a weird thing. That's crazy.
The first thing
That's like a weird duo.
The first thing he's gonna say to DeMar is, "You still can't shoot."
Still? Yeah. That's crazy.
12 years and you.
DeMar was born in the wrong generation.
For real.
That mid-range shot. Wrong generation.
I need to tell y'all about this. So I got into I want to see if it's still there. I got into an argument with this dude on TikTok about the GOAT debate. It was so.
Oh yeah,
funny.
you told me about it. And you brought up all the stats and stuff.
Yeah. So.
But you didn't bring up the fact that Michael Jordan lost in the first round, like how many times, and got
9
and made in the playoffs.
It was not 9.
I think it was 9.
And he made it in the playoffs with a losing record and was terrible until Scottie Pippen came. But you didn't bring that fact up.
I'll let them bring that up. I'm not gonna trash Jordan in my Jordan debate.
Jordan's the GOAT.
But this dude, this was funny because this dude he copied and pasted this from an Instagram comment that I saw. I saw this guy. I sent the screenshot to him in a DM, but it was literally the one where it says LeBron has 35K points, 9K assists, and 9K rebounds.
Sure.
And he said he's the only player to ever do this, even if you take away 17K
That's
points,
true, bro.
1K assists, and 1K
insane.
rebounds. But literally, what bothers me about that is it just proves to me that the people who have these LeBron debates and all that just look at Instagram.
Yeah.
And they just look at the Sports Center stuff.
That's such a weird stat to bring up,
They
too.
look at the meme pages.
But it's not wrong. All around player affects the game. He affects so much, dude.
MJ had people calling him Black Jesus.
Yeah.
I know.
That's crazy.
That's
grown men calling him.
He had Reggie Miller calling him Black Jesus.
He had grown men calling him Black Jesus.
You can call him whatever you want. King James is a pretty cool nickname.
That was self-anointed.
Yeah.
He gave himself.
That's BS.
But still, I don't know. Y'all can't lie to me. Tell me,
I guess Jordan gave himself the Black Jesus name.
No, he didn't. People were so scared.
Listen, though.
He did tell Reggie Miller to call him Black Jesus.
That's because
all around player. When it comes to scoring points per game, assists, rebounding,
points per game.
Not point. I said as an all-around player.
Are you talking about points created?
Points per game, great, and then also having great assist and great rebounding all together.
I think he has a 20,000 point lead on points created, which is points and assist. He's 20,000 ahead of the next guy, LeBron.
Yeah, that's unbelievable. That is unbelievable.
And you can't say 10 scoring titles.
Listen, and you can't say.
I'm just saying.
Let me
points created.
Let me tell you how crazy.
LeBron's in the league with one of the great. We can all agree, possibly the greatest scorer of all time. Whether he has the stats for it, Kevin Durant's possibly the scorer of all time.
Let me tell you.
I'm
how
Jordan
crazy
all the way.
10 in a
I'm
row
just
is.
saying.
Let me tell you how crazy 10 in a row. Can you name the last person who did it 2 times in a row in this area? This era?
Wait, once again, scoring wise, there's so many.
10 in a row.
How did this
So
go?
many
How did this
scores.
become a GOAT debate?
Because
We
I
were
didn't
just
wanna
talking
talk
about the
about the
Rockets.
And
I don't wanna
LeBron
talk
has
about
once
the
said
Rockets.
if he wanted to, he could score more. And I truly
Then do
believe
it. Then
that.
do it. If he wants to
focused
score,
on
then
winning.
do it.
He focused on winning. Jordan scored.
Focused on winning.
Listen.
MJ went 72 and 10.
Yeah, but how long did it take him? He was scoring the whole time for 9 years. He had to get some more
A
players
season?
around him.
How long
Then
did
he
it
could
take?
only score. He had to only score, and it equaled to losing.
I'm so sorry. First of all, he should have won MVP his rookie year if he didn't break
They
his
sucked.
foot.
Didn't they?
If
That
he
was his
didn't-
second year.
He broke his foot
Okay, but
I think that was his second year.
But didn't they suck?
into this first.
Didn't they suck?
No,
They were good.
his first year, no.
Okay. Well,
and,
anyways,
then he got bullied by the Pistons, and then he went to
yeah,
the weight
yeah.
room, and
That's
then
what
he
I'm saying.
beat the Pistons. See, my
After
argument.
a while.
After a
he
while.
got bullied for a long time. LeBron was getting.
But one of my arguments is MJ had to play the Pistons. MJ had to play the bad boy Pistons. LeBron got to play the Pistons.
Okay, here's the reason why. First of all,
LeBron got to play.
can't say that.
Blake Griffin.
We can't
dog.
help it. LeBron has dominated every single season and gotten to the 1 seed and gotten the easiest competitor because that's what the best regular season team does. He kills everybody in the regular season. You can't help it to be an easy play. LeBron's just so much better. Literally, that sounds bad.
He was only a 1 seed twice with the Cavs.
the first time, and then he.
Are you
ended
saying
up
in
playing-
2007 or?
No, I'm just about overall in a career. He's played a lot of bad playoff teams because he's been in good spots. But if you're saying the Celtics,
He's
been
never.
in a
I have
bad
the stat
conference.
actually. I have the stat.
the Celtics
LeBron,
they got him for a while. But how many years they get him? They
Who?
were beating him on the Cavs. The Celtics.
I
He
think
had to
they
play
beat him-
against the Celtics. A good
Celtics
bit.
didn't really. Get
They beat-
got
yeah,
him
Kevin
It was
Durant
09 and
tried to say-
02.
Twice.
It was 09
But,
and 10, wasn't it?
Here's
Yeah.
the stat. LeBron's never, and this is in the same playoff run,
Mm-hmm.
never had to play 250 win teams and 260 win teams in the same playoff run. MJ did that 9 times.
Wait, say that again.
250 win teams and 260 win teams.
Yeah, that's pretty bad. But did Michael Jordan have to play the Warriors? Let's put it down to that.
Let me. This is my
when it
argument
comes
for
to
that.
playoffs,
Michael Jordan didn't have to play the 73-9 Warriors because he was the 73-9 Warriors.
that's what I'm saying about LeBron.
He
LeBron didn't have to
was.
play anybody insane because he was always winning.
If LeBron didn't want to play them, be them. I'm not saying join them, but just be better.
He was better. He was a 1
If-
seed every year. He was in the finals.
He was a 1 seed.
Okay, not every year. He was a great seed. He was a great
Twice.
seed leading to an easy playoff run. Even if he wasn't the 1 seed, that just means he played better, was able to
I
get
just want to say the one time, I don't care, barring injury, you're going to call LeBron the GOAT. If you're going to call LeBron I know he's not your GOAT, but if you're going to call LeBron the GOAT, the one time he played a team in the first round, he just lost. The one time he ever played a competent team in the first round.
That's unfair. Look at that. That team was trash, and they were injured. You can't say barring injuries. That's like the Clippers next year. We're going to say barring injuries.
AD played the majority of the games. Dennis Schroeder played the majority of the games.
And the
LeBron
elimination
played
game.
majority of the games.
The elimination game, AD played 3 minutes. That's all I'm going to say. And then the way I say it,
Played the majority of the minutes, more than
LeBron
I'm
couldn't
sorry,
help.
more than 72% of the minutes he played.
In the finals, though, that, y'all can admit, if LeBron was any other generation, what I'm saying is, if he didn't have to play the Warriors, how many rings would he have? How many more rings do you think he'd have?
He would have lost to the Spurs and the Rockets.
Not the Rockets.
Yeah.
The 68 win Rockets?
The Chris Paul, James Harden Rockets, they would have won.
Barring injuries, Cameron.
Barring injuries, they have Chris Paul.
Barring injuries, they have Chris Paul.
Oh, I don't know. I think it's definitely closer than what it should be because, he did have to face one of the greatest team or second
That's
greatest
one
team of all time.
singular team. One.
Yeah, but he had to face a dynasty, one of the greatest dynasties. You can't tell me I'm wrong about that. That Warriors dynasty.
Okay.
What was their record? 72 and what?
What?
What the Warriors become?
73-9?
Yeah, and he beat that team, and then had to keep playing Steph Curry, Klay Thompson, Kevin Durant, Draymond Green. What's the excuse? Can you really be he just wasn't good enough? Would Jordan? Y'all think
yes,
Jordan with that Cavs
yes,
team could have beat
yes,
the Warriors?
Yes.
That is unbelievable.
If Draymond gets suspended, then
Unbelievable.
Do
yeah.
you think Jordan with
Yes.
George
If
Hill and
Draymond
Kyle
gets
Korver
suspended,
could have won the
yeah,
championship?
Yes.
If Draymond still
But he
gets
couldn't
suspended,
get past the first round.
MJ's a winner. He would have found a way.
He was a winner once he got Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman.
No, he was a winner when he actually had players that knew how to play defense.
That's what I'm saying. LeBron had nobody. LeBron had Kyle Korver and Kevin Love. Where am I wrong? So now Jordan all of a sudden loses his defense. That's what I'm going to say. Now it's only the 31 points. Only 31 points. But then You don't have the
10 scoring titles.
You don't have the facilitators.
10 scoring titles.
You don't
11
have
time
the
all
defense.
defense. Statistically the best scorer ever. 6 for 6 finals
Best
MVP is
scorer.
like.
Yeah, and the best scoring wasn't doing it for 9 years until he had to get.
It's not.
stopped.
It was not.
I know it's
9
not
years.
9, but we're gonna go with Parker's 9. His best
how long
scoring
was it?
wasn't doing it until he got 2 Hall of Famers.
You're saying 9 because he went 6 for 6, and
Yeah.
you're saying the first
Hear me
9
out.
years he did
Yeah.
nothing.
Hear
He
me
had
out.
2 years after that.
Hear me out. The greatest, can we agree? The greatest rebounder of all time on his team, right? So there's that. He doesn't have to worry about rebounding because he's got Dennis Rodman on his team. Then we want to go to defense.
I don't know where I
Michael
got 9
Jordan.
from. It was 3. I don't know where I got 9 from.
Anyways. Oh my gosh. I'm dead
So you
now.
put the 9 under a divided sign.
Yeah. No, listen. Hear me out. He didn't have to worry about rebounding.
He meant the square root of 9. That's
Okay.
Yeah, that's
he
fine.
didn't have to worry about the rebounding. And then
Still averaged
defense. He averaged 8. He averaged like 5. He averaged 5.
Not in any of his finals.
In the finals, I'll give you that. But in the regular season, which
I've
makes
done the research.
I can tell you've done research. I've done 0. Anyways, then one of the greatest defensive players of all time, Scottie Pippen. Can we agree on that? So now all of a
Yeah.
sudden, he has
Hold
the
up.
greatest rebounder, one of the greatest defensive players of all time, and him who is.
All of a sudden, hold up, wait a minute.
Then this team is just like y'all gonna tell me this team isn't like an insane super team? Like that's unbelievable to play with. LeBron plays with that team.
Super
daily.
team.
You tell me that's not a super team.
No, it's not. No, whoa. And I'll tell you why. I'll tell you exactly why.
Is that team better in?
Are we still in the
Are those
Rockets
two,
right now?
Are those two stars? Are those?
I'll tell you.
Is Scottie Pippen and Dennis Rodman not better than Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love? You tell me. And Kyrie Irving and Kevin Love is a super team. So what is that?
No. You are way too fun and loose with the word super team.
Yeah, they call
The
they're not called-
NBA dictionary definition of a super team is the Warriors. First of all, a team.
That's a super team.
That's
Who
a super team.
LeBron had
No,
to play.
hold up.
Who LeBron had to play.
You think MJ's the GOAT, dog? Why are you capping right now?
People are trying to make it seem like it's not even close.
I'm not saying it's not even close. I'm just saying it's a lot
Red-
farther than
it's-
these LeBron sexuals make it seem.
It is extreme to me. It is extremely close.
But a
Without
super
this
team,
season, it's
a
even
super team is a team who
Without this
does
season, it's super close.
who doesn't
Not
need
preseason.
who doesn't need their third star, or you could take one player off their team and they're still good.
Okay.
Like you take Kevin Durant off the Warriors that year, and
So
they're
it's
just
4
gonna-
superstars. It's considered a super team.
no, because you can take Kyrie off the Nets and they're still a good team. That's
Yeah.
a super team.
Okay. Well,
Like you take Drew Holiday
I see
off
what
the
you're saying, I see what
Bucks,
you're saying.
like that
okay,
hurts
then
them.
let's
They're
not
not
go
a
super
super
team. Well, let's just go one of the greatest teams. How about that?
Who are we talking about?
Like, if we're talking about 2 backup players, and we have to call. Like,
of course, they're one of the
backup
greatest teams of all time. They went 72-10.
So it's pretty easy. Like if I'm Michael Jordan and I don't even have to look at the rim, I know we're getting the rebound. I don't have to worry about another person scoring because of my defense. Like that's an insane team. You can't bring up.
MJ was guarding the other team's best players.
I know he was. I'm not taking off against his
LeBron was guarding the team's 4th best players.
No, that's cap. LeBron's been a great.
LeBron
defender.
was guarding Kevon Looney.
LeBron, listen. LeBron does get disrespected on his defense, and that is hockey.
He deserves to
If
get
you watch a
disrespected on his
basketball-
defense. He gets called a good defender.
When you get pushed
He-
into a
he-
closeout by Kyle Kuzma, I mean, I don't know.
For one
He
year-
gets called a good defender because of one chase down block.
No.
One.
This man got cheated out of the. A lot of people say
That was bullcrap.
should have gotten the defense player
Marc
of the year.
Gasol, that bro.
Okay, hear me out. The man is a great defender. You can't tell me he's not. On ball defending.
I wouldn't say
he can-
great. He's a good defender.
He's a great
He
defender.
was a good defender.
Do I think he's a Michael Jordan defender? Not even close.
He has
Not even close.
bottom.
He doesn't have the
bottom
stats.
20% in
He's-
defensive win shares this year.
He's serviceable.
Win share. I do agree in the past 3 years, his defense. But I'm talking in a career overall, his defense is disrespected.
I don't think he's great.
His
I think
heat
he's
is-
serviceable.
His Heat years, he was an elite.
He was statistically the worst Lakers starter.
That's
the
what I'm
front
saying.
5.
If we're
The
go-
worst defender on the Lakers starter. Bottom 4.
I know that. I'm saying that now. I'll say
Wait.
now. In his
Second worst on the Cavs
yeah,
for 3
I will
years.
say in year 18, he's not as good as defensively as you'd expect. Shocker.
His
And I'm
defensive
talking
win
about-
shares were worse than Ray Allen's on the Heat.
Okay, that's pretty bad. No, on the Heat,
Yes.
you cannot tell me he was a bad defender on the Heat. If you tell me he was a bad
Son,
defender on the Heat,
I'm telling you statistics.
that's why some of these stats, like a plus minus stat, can be deferred. Okay, Kevin Durant
Defensive
can-
win shares
Let's
cannot.
say
It's
Kevin
so
Durant.
deep in statistics.
Sometimes it's too deep. Let's say Kevin Durant has 60 points, and he has a minus something plus. Let's say Kevin Durant has like 60 points, and his plus minus is like minus 20, which is possible.
It's possible.
Are you gonna tell me he played bad?
Defensive win
Are
shares
you
has
gonna tell
nothing.
me he played bad?
Defensive win shares has
What
nothing
is
to
a
do.
defensive win share? I don't even know what that
Individual defense. LeBron guarding Kevin Durant. LeBron guarding whoever was good in 2012. Okay. Kobe.
Also Kevin Durant.
The percentage of times that his man scores versus the percentage of times that he gets a block or his man passes the ball. LeBron was in bottom 15% on the Heat when his man, when he was guarding, never passed the ball. He always shot on LeBron, and statistically, he made it.
It sounds like what I'm hearing. Okay, off ball, it sounds like LeBron's a terrible defender. On ball, I know he's a great defender. I can agree on that. I've seen you can see him lock up people when he wants to. Y'all tell me I'm wrong. He's a good defender.
Goran Dragic, good job. Cool.
No, you don't remember when him and Kawhi went 1-on-1 and LeBron straight locked him up?
Kawhi was like 13 years old back then, dog.
That was on him on the Clippers. Remember when they went back to back? Yes.
One possession.
No, but I'm saying he's disrespected on defense. He is disrespected. I guarantee you.
Draymond Green is a better defender than LeBron.
I guarantee you, if you Googled research on why LeBron is a great defender, you will find a lot of stats saying why he is. But if you
That's
Google,
exactly what I Googled on.
Then Google it right now.
Is LeBron a good defender?
Google how LeBron is a good defender. Google it. How LeBron is a good defender. And I guarantee you'll find something good. And if you find how LeBron is a bad defender, you will find something bad. I guarantee you.
You can do that with literally anybody.
I've got nothing to say to that. Hold on.
Is LeBron an all-time great defender? No.
No longer. Read the first thing. LeBron is no longer an elite defender.
Not only has his defensive rating been dropping consistently.
In the past 2 years, I agree to that.
He gets brutally punished by even just above average scores.
Now,
you know what's considered an above average score?
I said that.
10 points a game.
Yeah. I said that.
He gets punished by Keldon Johnson.
By who?
Keldon Johnson.
He's a gold medalist, man.
I'll give him that.
Keldon Johnson's trash.
Ooh, Jello just got a 4-point play.
Yes, sir. Okay, let's do it this way.
How many steals does he
I'll
have?
agree with him now. He's not good at defense. Was LeBron Heat a good
Also, let me throw these out here.
And I think he's a better defender.
Playoff game winners or game
tires.
tires.
Is that his playoff stats?
What?
His playoff defensively. Because we know he steps up in the playoffs and he actually tries more. We can agree on
Bojan Bogdanovic almost eliminated him in the first round.
That is.
I'll pull up a clip right now. Travis, I will pull up a clip right now.
You're literally choosing the worst possible season of all time for LeBron.
Hold up.
We're choosing year 18 LeBron and not his prime LeBron. That's unfair to me.
I mean, 36-year-old Jordan and 36-year-old LeBron. Compare them defensively.
Jordan got a 2-year break. And LeBron leads in minutes.
Where he got out of shape and didn't play basketball for 2 years.
He was gambling and he was going to get kicked out of the league.
And it's not like he wasn't doing anything. He was still playing baseball. That's a physically active sport. Kind of.
Oh, there's actually...
Do you know what clip I'm about to pull up?
No, I've seen a video. Here's one thing. I've seen a video of Michael Jordan not running back on defense, and the announcer goes, I swear on my life. You know what the announcer says? It looks like he shot the shot on Kyle Korver.
Just wait.
That looked like Kyle Korver's fault, who's apparently...
Nope.
Apparently to you, their elite defender. Okay, and there's a clip of Michael Jordan.
Hold up. You see how important that shot was?
Yeah, and there's a clip of Michael Jordan not getting back on defense. And you know what the announcer says? Smart thinking by Michael Jordan, not using his energy on the defensive end so he can save it for the offensive end. Literally a clip of him saying that same thing said.
And LeBron just passed half court.
During the timeout. He talked to the Pacers. Okay, I'll agree. I clearly don't have enough research.
So you can think of one example of Michael Jordan doing that. How many examples can you think of LeBron doing that?
Regular season, you can think of a bunch. I think he tries way better more when he's in the playoffs. Y'all can't tell me I'm wrong.
So you think Michael Jordan would do it?
Playoff LeBron is different than regular season LeBron. Disagree with me. There's no way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I would hope so.
I don't have
playoff
the research.
Jordan is different.
I don't have the research. I don't have the
playoff
research.
Draymond Green is different than regular season Draymond Green. You can say that about Keldon Johnson, who hasn't even been in the playoffs yet. I know is going to be different in the playoffs.
Dennis Schroeder was different in the playoffs.
Okay.
Different. I don't know if it's going to be good or bad. Just different.
Yeah, hear me out. I obviously don't have the research to compete with y'all right now, or compete with Cameron. You're not saying anything. You're riding off Cameron after you. But I think it's closer than what it is. I think LeBron's a better defender than what people. I think he's a better on-ball defender, not off ball. On ball defender, I think he is. Because
Well, on ball is like half the defense.
Yeah, I guess so. But I don't know. I think it's better. I think it's closer.
I have 2 things actually.
All right, well, podcast is getting all of this.
Yeah, but playoff game winners and game tires.
I thought LeBron led in that.
No.
Okay, playoff. Okay, playoff.
MJ is 10 for 19.
Sounds pretty good.
It's very
That's
good.
That's over 50%.
Do the math, Parker.
Yeah, come on.
53%.
I nothing against clutch. I know. Michael Jordan's insane.
LeBron is 8 for 23. 35. In the finals, game winners or game tires. This is staggering right here. MJ 4 for 8, 50%. You got that one, Parker?
50%. Yeah.
50%. LeBron, any guesses?
In the finals?
In the finals.
I'm gonna say 1 for 9.
No.
What? I have no idea.
Better or worse?
Worse.
Ooh. 1 for 13.
I can bring up some times though
Nope.
when LeBron's close.
Better or
Y'all can't-
worse?
Over.
Y'all can't say LeBron's.
LeBron is
close.
over.
You're gonna tell me LeBron's.
He hasn't hit a single game-winning or tying shot in the finals.
Nope.
In the finals.
I can really only think of one on the top of my
Another
head.
one.
I can
Since
only think of
LeBron
one
is
shot
such a
he's
great
taken.
playmaker.
He is a great player.
Let's go with turnovers in his career.
Michael Jordan is just as bad as turnovers. All-star. You look at the.
I have the statistics right here that say he's not.
I didn't say he was worse. But I'm saying
He said just as bad.
Okay, if
I
you
have
look,
a 2 turnover.
If you look at like all-time
difference.
leader in turnovers, you have to realize it's all great players, and why is that? Because they always have the ball in their hand.
It's Karl
Yeah,
Malone.
but if LeBron's always making the right
You're
decision,
gonna have more turnovers trying to make more playmaking than if you're just going to score every time. You can.
maybe
we
if
can,
LeBron didn't
can
come
we
in
agree
as
on
much,
that?
he'd be 6-0.
I think
Maybe he just
I've always thought he just scored more too.
took it himself.
That what you said earlier, it didn't bother me, but what LeBron says, like, if I want to score, I can score. Go score. Go do it.
It might not be for the.
Prove it.
It might be. For
If you wanted to score in
Prove it.
2011, they would have won.
I can go win an AIS
I don't
overall
know. I don't
MVP.
know.
Like, I can say that.
Like, no offense, but
Go
you can't.
do it.
That's
Yeah.
LeBron. Like
Like, if he,
You can say a lot of
LeBron
things. Like,
can't
I can
power
say
them.
Parker can go dunk a basketball.
I don't know. I think.
Not to cap on
I
Parker,
believe
but
him. I believe him. I mean, I think a lot of times where he looks to pass AD, imagine if he kept the ball. You don't think his points per game?
We
would
talk-
be
okay, hold on.
great?
he would have
we're
won
gonna
in
talk about
2011
players-
if he
Okay,
wanted
do
to
you
score.
think LeBron could average 30 a game if he
no.
wanted to?
If we're gonna talk
Not
about players,
now,
no.
in his prime.
If we're gonna talk about players with 0 bag, I'm not saying he has 0 bag.
He does this. He does that.
The disrespect.
It's so obvious when he's gonna do it too, because he looks down at
the
it.
disrespect.
0 bag. Name a dribble
How does
move.
he average?
Name a dribble move.
He doesn't have to. He power. Okay, I didn't say it's bad. He is not as easily guarded because that man is strong. That man is strong.
We cap
and
on
he's
Giannis
strong.
for just being strong and having 0 bag.
Yeah.
LeBron
he's
has
gonna
0
find-
So
bag.
what you're saying is he's not as skilled.
I don't think.
Is what you're saying.
MJ is the most skilled NBA player of all.
Yeah.
Wilt Chamberlain is the most skilled NBA
No.
player of all time.
He's
We'll play
skilled.
finals.
I don't know.
Yeah.
MJ is the
Yeah,
most
yeah.
basketball skilled player of all time.
Yeah.
If he has the most skill, how is he not the GOAT?
Huh?
If he has the most skill, then
I
that
didn't
means
say let me go.
that means you can pick MJ up and drop him in any era, and he'll have skill.
LeBron. Don't say LeBron can't do that.
I'm just saying.
I think
You can
players
drop
that would
LeBron.
be
You
the
can drop
exact same-
you can drop MJ in this era, and he'd do even better
Yeah.
because he
Yeah,
has the
I don't know.
skill.
He wouldn't do as better defensively. Defensively, hear me out because of hand checking, he would have to get used to it.
And he would.
He would,
I think he
and
would. I
he'd
think
be
he would.
good.
I think he'd foul more. I think Shaq would too. I think any player
NBA
back
is
then.
soft nowadays.
Back then,
That's
yeah,
just a
I
point
agree.
there.
I think back then the NBA was so much more fun to watch because the defense was amazing.
I don't agree
That's
with.
why we're starting to get our butts whipped in
Yeah,
the Olympics.
I don't agree with Lou Williams going on a podcast and saying you drop MJ in the 80s and he wins 17 championships. No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
If you drop
No,
MJ in
he-
the 80s,
No, if you drop LeBron in the 80s, he does not win.
Not in
No.
the 80s. In the 70s, I think he could.
He said 85
In
with
the- in
MJ.
the 70s,
he said
LeBron-
85 with MJ, and that doesn't happen. Like, he's not in that era. If you drop LeBron in that era, he's not better than Larry Bird.
no.
Y'all realize we're talking about the second greatest player. Y'all have dogged him so much at everything he does.
Aren't we
There's
still?
no-
Aren't we
at
supposed to be
this
talking
point,
about the
do you think he's
Rockets
second
still?
greatest
Like,
No.
Okay, see. No.
Third.
Who's second?
Kobe.
Okay, no, that's.
same.
Just because MJ, he did everything MJ did, just one less, and I think that career right there is better than LeBron's.
He had 2 Hall
We're
of
gonna
Fame
start
careers
saying
for 2 different
winning
numbers.
We're gonna start saying winning less. Hey, what are we talking about? Stats now?
I haven't.
If we're talking about stats,
I ain't gonna cap
LeBron's
you.
leading in a lot of stuff.
I haven't done
Kobe.
not them game winners, son, but I haven't done this Kobe research. That's just personal feelings. If I do the research and I see that,
no offense.
if I do the research and see that the LeBron research is over, because I don't do these rankings off of feelings. I do this off of.
That's
I did my statistical research.
If it was all feelings, and to me, LeBron would be the GOAT. Larry Bird would be second, and Zion would be third.
I got a question. And Todd asked me this at PGC: is Larry Bird better than KD? I want to hear Parker. Thank you.
I said yeah, as an overall player. As a scorer, I think Kevin Durant. I honestly think Kevin Durant's the most unguardable player ever. How do you guard him? And we can't say people are going to push him around. I saw in this Olympics, that man gets pushed around. And you know what he does? Every time. Every time. And he gets the foul because they push him.
If you're tall enough to guard him, he drives past it, you know?
Who guards Kevin Durant and locks him up? We thought Giannis was going to be...
No, I'm just kidding.
We thought Giannis...
PJ Tucker.
Listen, I always thought Giannis was going to be the one.
I never did.
He has a bag, and he honestly gives Giannis...
I got another hot take. Giannis should win Defensive Player every year.
He should. No. Yeah.
Every year.
No, I think, Giannis for sure.
It should be
Before
him.
Giannis' days, AD.
It should be him or a center. It should
AD.
never be. I'm not saying it should never be Kawhi, but his impact on defense.
Yeah.
When you look at, that's why Ben Simmons didn't win it, because Ben Simmons has no other defensive implication off ball.
Well, I think AD is a great defender, and then he can guard on ball. Pretty good for his size. He's not a dude you want to switch on the pick and roll, because you're not going to just go right by him. Now, maybe. But, I forgot what we were even talking about.
Defensive Player of the Year.
Okay, no. We're talking about, before that. We're talking about, y'all,
KD, Larry Bird.
if we're trashing LeBron so much, how is he a
You're
top
not.
three? You have to admit, how is he a top 3 player or top 5 player? Because you know he's top 5. How is he that if he's so bad at it?
I wasn't trashing him.
You were trashing him.
I was comparing him statistically to MJ.
Yeah.
And statistically compared to MJ, I'm not saying he's trash. I'm just saying it's more obvious that
If you
MJ's
compare-
better than LeBron than people think when you look into deep statistics.
I think some deep. That one, that's fine. That one's under.
Some deep statistics just show bullcrap, like plus minus. That's
stupid. That's
like
you get a player. I've seen
Devin Booker had
You
7.
can watch somebody go 0 for 15. If you put Tony Snell like on the Nets when they're winning by 30, and you keep him on the court in the corner, he's gonna have
plus 30.
A plus
but
30.
Devin Booker dropped 70 and had a minus 20 plus minus.
Yeah.
Like
that was it was a great 7, but it was also
like come on, plus
They were
minus.
down to, like-
I don't use plus minus. That's why I don't have it in here.
But y'all can't tell me LeBron couldn't drop in any generation do the same.
MJ could too.
I think
And
here's
MJ is a better
the
shooter.
players that could. Prime MJ. If we're talking like first starting MJ, he was a terrible shooter. You know he has the record for the lowest.
He shot 50% at UNC. He got to the league and he didn't do that, but he shot 50% at UNC.
I'll give you the 3-point record. That was pretty funny.
He got like the
He got
worst.
5.
Google what he got in the 3. He got 5.
Oh,
he
I'm
got
sorry.
He got beat by
This just
Kevin
crossed
Hart.
my-
He got beat by Kevin Hart.
I don't know why this crossed my mind, but the Pelicans draft pick they all just took, he went 60, 40, 90 in college.
That's unbelievable. I know. That's what I'm saying. He's gonna be a great
60, 40, 90, not 50.
Great 3-and-D player.
But back to.
But anyways,
we need to do an episode on this stuff, by the way.
Let's just do it right now.
I gotta go soon, son. I
Uh,
gotta go play pickup.
yeah, I'll go.
Appreciate
You
that.
talk, dude. Where are we?
We can wrap up if you want and save it.
I like talking about generation.
Are we just gonna skip the East completely and just do this next episode?
I mean, we can. No one likes the East.
Yeah,
It-
the East.
okay,
sucks.
First of all,
yeah.
it's the better
Look, I
conference
asked
now.
y'all.
The East is the better
I
conference.
asked y'all, who do y'all think
Has
can
the
guard
East
Kevin
ever been the
Durant?
better
In a
conference?
one-on-one, who's beating Kevin Durant? How? And how?
In NBA history, all of NBA history,
All of NBA.
give me Gary Payton.
To stop Kevin Durant.
I'd say give me Wilt Chamberlain.
Who's reffing the game?
A ref, an actual ref from. Okay, we'll do 2 games, one from back then and one from.
Okay.
I still got Kevin Durant.
Back then, it's Gary Payton. Now,
No.
it's
No.
it's KD.
Wow.
Because Gary Payton needs handshaking a lot.
Kevin Durant can take the handshake, and we watched that. He can
I
take
think
the
Scottie
contact better
Pippen
than we
stands a
can.
chance.
I got Wilt. Because Wilt was fast, too.
I think-
Okay.
He couldn't
Let's
blow
put
by
it
Wilt
this
like
way.
he could blow by... Rudy Gobert.
Circumstantially, I'm not saying MJ doesn't, not MJ, KD doesn't work to be a great scorer, but one of the reasons he is a great scorer is because he can shoot over everybody.
Yeah.
Let's even the playing field and let's do stuff like
No,
this.
You can't do that, though.
I'm just,
That's not fair.
I know I can't do it, but I'm just saying.
It's a thought
That's like
experiment.
saying
It's
make,
a thought
make
experiment.
Zion 180 pounds. Make
Make him
MJ
100, lose
make-
weight, fatty.
Make,
Like, come on.
make MJ 5 feet tall. Like
He's
that's
still,
just not
he's
fair.
still to go to 5 feet tall.
No. No.
He still makes the league at 5
I'm
feet
kidding,
tall.
I'm
I'm
kidding.
saying, he
At
still
5
makes the
feet tall.
league.
Parker, do you understand how
The same everything other
Todd's
every
girlfriend
other.
is less than 5 feet.
Yeah, he's not making the league, dude. I don't
I'd
care
say
how
every
tall-
other thing he has the
How
same.
good you are at
Chloe,
basketball.
Every other thing.
Chloe,
that's the
you are
same.
4'7".
I don't care.
If you keep everything else like his vertical and all that the same, I think he still makes it.
No,
I don't think he's that
I'm gonna clip
good.
it
I think he
and
still
send it
makes
to
We
it.
Tyler.
agree on that.
What?
No, if you're 5 feet tall, you're not making the league.
Muggsy Bogues made it. He was only 3 inches taller than that. At that point, what's the difference?
Real.
Real, but was it Muggsy or was it? Yeah, Muggsy was 5.
Muggsy,
Tyrone Bogues.
Earl Boykin, and Spud
Okay,
Webb.
maybe he can make it. Maybe he can make it.
He could even be decent.
Okay, I'm saying if you
Then what would Muggsy Bogues have been?
circumstantially even the playing field,
Allen Iverson would be the goat.
yes,
Yes.
Allen Iverson would be. If,
Allen Iverson. That's what Kobe said. If Kobe said it, I believe it.
if Kobe said it, I believe it. That's why Kobe's my second GOAT.
Yeah.
He has like
I said that once and I got laughed at.
what?
That Kobe was my number 2.
Okay.
I just started saying that.
I've been saying that for a
I-
hot
I've
minute.
never sat down and done a top
Hot
5.
take. Hot take. Tim Duncan's better. Has a better career. Hot take. Very hot take. Very
Kobe
disrespectful.
got robbed of 2 MVPs.
I will.
Easily.
Steve Nash.
Bill Russell had a better career.
That's
Is
a
he
rough
top
one.
5?
Steve Nash.
He might be top
I'm not
5.
gonna cap on Steve Nash, but I'm saying Kobe statistically had better. 50, 40, 90 is cool. Is cool.
Yeah.
Nowadays, that's getting done with ease. Honestly, that's unbelievable.
That's the new triple double.
Kyrie Irving did not deserve it this year. There should be a minimum amount of games played. If they're not going to give it to Tony Snell,
Real.
who shot 50, 50, 90, 50, hold up, 50, 50, 100. Mind you, 50, 50, 100. I don't care if you only take 10 shots.
Tony Snell's the GOAT. I'm telling you.
I
I'm
don't care.
saying it
I
now.
don't care if you only take 10 shots. That means you made 5, and you made all 10 of your free throws.
Yeah.
In an NBA game. There's not people that can say that. Like,
Yeah. I know I could outshoot Michael Jordan in that 3-point competition. I guarantee you I could have got more than 5. I think we all would have.
Kevin Hart got more than 5.
I don't get how
he
you
did
get
it.
5. How do you get 5?
Kevin Durant got 5 one year.
You have to be.
Kevin
a
Durant got 6, I
terrible
think.
shooter to get 5 in a warm-up shooting competition.
Parker would
I don't
get
care if a million people are watching. 5.
I think Wesley could get 5.
I think I 100% believe Wesley would get 5.
I think KD got like 6 one year.
He did. That did happen.
And which is crazy because you look at Kevin Durant though, and look at
You look at MJ, and he's like the GOAT, you know? Like,
yeah, then he got 5. He had to get every
And,
record. He couldn't stand having losing records. I don't know. I don't have the
But
research
yeah,
to
I
compete
promise
with
y'all we'll do another episode like this. We can skip the East if y'all want.
Yeah, skip these. I'm gonna do one about all-time stuff.
But yeah, I'll come up with what's a good amount of questions because we've spent a lot of just on.
And I'm gonna actually have some research so I can come back.
I think we spent
It's
more on the
very
GOAT
easily to
debate
get-
than any other team.
Yeah.
Than any of.
Yeah, I admit George's good. It's very easy to get whooped in a.
So do
This
you?
man has all the research.
It's what I do. It's what I'm.
Yeah.
It's what I do.
I will do it now.
That dude on TikTok, bro. I just.
All right, let's just wrap it up.
All
This
right.
one can't go on the air. This is so sloppy.
No, it's going on. I don't
Okay,
care.
let's
like,
This
okay,
is what
so-
podcasts are about.
Yeah.
Just
I mean,
talking with the
we're
talking with the
talking
boys.
boys with the. That's. I'm cutting that out. Oh my god.
I wrap it up.
All right, I appreciate y'all listening. This has been Catching Fire, episode 3. Thank y'all for listening. Peace out.
I got to